Good morning from Aguas Calientes. It's 5 in the morning, and this is the queue of the people who are going to go to the Machu Picchu early in the morning, and they are waiting for the buses. The line goes all the way up the hill, so we now need to buy the tickets. Our guide and Fritjof are already going up, and it's an endless queue of people which are going to Machu Picchu. So I would imagine the buses are small like this. I would imagine that this will take about an hour to wait for the bus. So good luck to us. So this is the queue, and there come the bus, and the thing is that the bus have to turn here, and it's obviously not enough space, so they have to drive into the people and then pull back and then turn. And these buses keep coming now, one after the other, so the queue is moving. And apparently the government has limited the amount of people to 2,500 a day, but I think it's going to be more, because the queue is going all the way back there, and now it's early hours, so it's going to be throughout the day. The biggest crowd is coming in the late morning, so maybe it's a little bit more than 2,500 that they let in. So here you can see some hikers who have hiked up all the way from down. It takes about 1.5 hours to hike, so they must have left pretty early this morning to be here. So that's the other option. So it took us about 40 minutes to wait for the bus, and the ride is about half an hour. And now we are here queuing to get in with a few other people. So here it is. Most of you recognize this view from images. And you can see the sun is rising. We don't have a clear day, but clear enough to imagine this. So here's another view of the place. It's not really very crowded yet, but at some point there is a little bit of a feeling like we had at Corcovado, where everybody wants to take a lonely selfie with the mountain. You can see those people with their selfie sticks down there trying to get the pictures. And up there you can see the Inca Trail. And the first hikers are not here yet, because the last camp is about an hour and a half from here. And they're open at 5 and it's 6:30 now. So they would start coming soon.
In my own opinion, I will say Machu Picchu has changed some things, but I will say like 92 or 90% is still original. In the way how they found it back in 1911.
So from here up there, the highest peak behind us, that's the real Machu Picchu. That's the mountain that has the name Machu Picchu, that gave the name to this place. And that mountain there, which is the peak where you can hike also, is called Huayna Picchu. And people will hike there a little bit later today to see the site from above.
It opens at 7 and you need to buy a special ticket for that
on
top.
So that thing is not Machu Picchu, that's Huayna Picchu. Behind me is the real Machu Picchu. llamas, and loads of tourists playing with the llamas. So these are now wild because they have markings in the ear, and Fritjof is going to go and touch the llamas.
I would like to be owner of one of them. That's why
Hello? No, you're not going down. You are. Okay. They're used to this. Now on the other side you can see the amount of tourists that are here. We're about halfway through the discovery and it's getting more and more busy. So many people. A big worm. Trying to find his big brother. No, he found it. Huh? Ding, 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 ding.
Look how the feet are so well coordinated.
Yeah. So these things were used as astronomical mirrors. There's water in it, and by looking down you can see the sky. So you don't have to break your neck by looking at the sky.
So now it's 9:30, and I was just
Full day.
discussing with Marty. We left the hotel at 5 and the buses start running from 5:30, but there was a very big queue. So our bus, we had to wait for 40 minutes. And then we were up here at 6:30, and you saw on the pictures Marty took earlier on the footage, we were still able to do footage without any people on the Machu Picchu ground, and it was a really mystical atmosphere because the clouds were coming over Machu Picchu, and it was beautiful even though the sun was not out. And when you look now, actually, I'll show you. This is a situation now at around 10ish, and also over there are like people everywhere. So they say 2,500 they let in every day, but I would say it's around 3,500. So if you want to come here, we would really recommend maybe even that you leave the hotel at 4:30, so you're one of the earliest in the queue for the bus. Of course, get your bus ticket the day before, and then you can really enjoy it up here without much Machu people.
Machu Picchu.
And another small tip from our side: if you come here, don't wear shorts because there are a lot of mosquitoes, and the travel book is also saying that there are sandflies. We saw people, they had so many bites on their legs, and the bite looks really horrible, big like a €2 coin, huge and swollen, so don't wear shorts coming up here.
So we're back in Aguas Calientes, had lunch here, and walking to the railway station through the shopping area. This is like a huge tax-free at an airport. You must walk through here to get to the railway station to use your last soles. So heading back to Ollantaytambo and then drive there to Cusco.
So this was it for Machu Picchu, and as said before, go very early in the morning if you can, 4 o'clock, 4:30. You will not regret it. You will have beautiful pictures without any tourists on them. And when you get up there, you will probably need around 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
And we would really recommend to invest into a guide as well, because he will show you all the hidden spots. Of course, you can read it also in the guidebook, but it's much more interesting.
Yeah, and there's anecdotes and funny stories.
And I think also every guide has their own interpretation about some things, because about Machu Picchu, at the end they really didn't.
What they didn't?
Didn't found out everything yet, what
Yeah,
it
there's
was. And
a lot of mystery around that place.
Yeah.
Why the Incas left, why they were there. It's all a mystery.
And there are two mountains, Machu Picchu mountain and
Baila Picchu.
Baila Picchu mountain, and each of them you can hike up, which will take you, according to your shape, 1.5
to 2 hours.
or 1 hour. We just met two girls, power women from the US, they made it in 1 hour up. And for those mountains you also need to make a pre-reservation to make the hike
And
up.
pay.
Because they only allow, I think, 200 people in the morning and 200 people in the afternoon to
Yeah.
make the hike up there. But you get rewarded with a beautiful view onto Machu Picchu.
And then you can do the Sun Gate hike and the Inca Bridge hike if you want. So that's an additional 2 hours.
So when you get up very early in the morning, you will be back. When you do the hike, you will be back around 1-2ish in Machu Picchu town. If you don't do the hike, around 12, perfect for lunch. There's a really nice restaurant we can recommend, Indio Feliz, and we will put the link down in the commentary section. So your train ticket back to Ollantaytambo or to Cusco should be around 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah. And Machu Picchu town and Aguas Calientes is the same thing. So don't get confused about that.
This was it.
This was the way we saw it in Machu Picchu. Thank you for watching. Put your comments down and
Ask
keep
questions.
following. And see you soon.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye bye.